It's the name of the warnings. It's when you refuse to do the tests, the exercises, he has to explain something to you. And he was going to explain it to you, but you kept talking.
Nah, say it ain't so, officer. I have never seen that before.
The reason I pulled you over is you were speeding. You have your license, registration, insurance? Have you had anything to drink tonight?
No.
Nothing at all?
No.
All right, give me 1 second. All right, Norma, you said you haven't had anything to drink tonight?
No, I don't.
Okay, you have any narcotics or cannabis or anything?
No,
okay. Listen, between your driving, with your speeding and your drifting, I told you were speeding. You was doing 69 and a 50.
Nice.
And you were also bouncing in the lane, and you passed that other car really close, all right? So I'm concerned. I want to make sure that you're not driving under the influence, okay?
No, not at all.
You're not?
Seriously, no. I live around the corner, went to Dance of North. I have to work tomorrow, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, no. Are you sure about that? I mean, I've heard rolling R's, but this is ridiculous. What? I'm allowed to do that. I can roll R's with the best of them. Did I just say R's? Well...
okay. I'm not like.
I want to make sure that you're not under the influence, all right?
No.
So come on out with me real quick. We'll make sure that you're not, and we'll be on your way, all right?
Make sure what?
Make sure you're not under the influence. Make sure you're not driving under the influence.
No, listen. I'm not gonna do any tests. I'm not an influence. I went to.
Okay. Well, you gotta come out of the car. I asked you to exit the vehicle. You have to exit the vehicle, okay? If you don't want to do the exercises, I can explain what happens if you don't do them, but you have to exit the vehicle.
This is insane.
I just want to make sure you're not under the influence, okay? So go ahead and just step out with me real quick and I'll explain it to you, okay?
I guess that's one way of shutting up a police officer. What are you doing?
So can you explain me?
Yes, once you step out of the vehicle,
so
okay?
I have to step out of the. What am I gonna get up? But what's going on? So I'm sorry. I'm just from Argentina. I need to learn.
I know. So I'm asking you to exit the vehicle now, okay? I'll explain it to you once you get out.
I should call my lawyer.
No, you're not allowed to call your lawyer right now. Just go ahead and step out with me real quick.
What's going on? Like.
I love how she's pretending not to understand the officer when we're having trouble understanding her. Also, don't you mean travel? What are we dealing with here? A southern tourist?
You're being instructed to exit the vehicle, ma'am. So go ahead and exit the vehicle and we'll explain everything to you. Okay? Even if you called your lawyer's going to tell you. If the police tell you to get out of the car, you got to get out of the car.
Do you mind if I call somebody?
Yes, I do mind. So go ahead and step out of the vehicle, okay?
Can I call it after? Like,
yeah, you can call after. You can't call right now.
Know what
you're being instructed to exit the vehicle.
Okay, you're
exit
the law,
vehicle.
so I'm supposed to listen to you.
You're being instructed to exit. Come on.
Typical BMW driver, huh? Why are you acting like they don't have police in Argentina? Who are these people with their flashy lights pulling me over? How dare they?
So I turn off my car.
It's up to you. Just come on out. Just step out with us.
Okay. So do you mind if I have my phone or something?
Yeah, you can leave your phone on the back there. We're recording also. We both have cameras on the back of your car.
I'm sorry. It's just
No. You're not allowed back into the vehicle. Come on over here. Okay, so let me explain something to you. Okay? I want you to do roadside sobriety exercises, okay? Are you going to let me talk or are you going to talk over me?
Can I say something
No,
first?
you've been saying stuff behind the wheel when you weren't getting out, okay? So now I'm trying to explain it to you. You wanted me to explain it to you.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay?
Can you put the light down?
Don't worry about the light. The light's fine. The light ain't bothering nobody.
Well, I mean, ain't bothering nobody. That is not what you meant. So why do you insist on blowing up my wordy bit bucket? How very dare you, officer?
Okay?
It bothers me.
Okay. Well, you know what bothers me is your lack of cooperation, okay? I'm trying to explain something to you.
I'm sorry about that.
Okay? So let me just explain it to you. Here, let's come on this side out of the roadway.
Yeah, please.
All right, so go ahead and just stand right there, okay? So listen.
Yeah.
I want to do roadside sobriety exercise to make sure you're not under the influence, okay? You got glassy, watery eyes. I can hear a slur in your speech. The way you were driving, and you're kind of acting a little erratic right now, okay? So I want to make sure that you're not under the influence, okay?
Yep, there's like a thing we use over in Europe. It's called a breathalyzer test or a drug swab. You know, it's maybe something you can try and use, Americans. Should I get the music?
So I want to do roadside exercises with you, standardized field
Are we
sobriety
totally
exercises. Okay?
I would totally do all exercises, but I refuse. I refuse. I don't think that
You
this
refused.
is...
You said you
Yeah,
would do it, but you refused.
Yeah, but I don't
okay,
think
let me
the way
explain
that you're
something to
talking
you.
to me and the way that you're pushing words to me, I don't think I think kind of like you accusing me of
No,
driving.
I'm trying to give...
Well, I never. He accused you of driving. What else were you doing in your car on the road? Don't you mean drunk driving? I'm sorry, I'll stop. I mean, I'm very annoyed by the rolling R's.
I'm trying to give you a chance.
Anyway,
I'm trying to give you a chance to dispel a concern. Okay, time out. Stop talking.
Kind of like
Stop talking. Let me explain
like
something to you. Okay? These are called your Taylor warnings. If you don't
What
do
does that
these
mean,
exercises,
Taylor what?
are you going to let me explain it, or are you
No,
going to
I
keep
don't
interrupting
understand.
me?
I'm sorry, I'm
Okay,
foreign. I'm
so let me explain
what is
it. Okay, do you need a
something?
Spanish translator?
Yeah, that would be an option, but she can also stop yapping, because clearly she understands what you're saying, but she likes to say stuff as well when you're talking. I really never understand that kind of stuff. You want the explanation, but then you want to interrupt at the same time. Are you married? Because I have a hard time believing that. Can you imagine choosing a restaurant and asking her what she wants? Holy hell. That would be one of those impossible tasks.
Maybe.
Okay, go ahead and wait right here.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Traffic 13, may I have a Spanish translator? And Alpha 5, why don't you guys go this way too?
So I'm so
Traffic
sorry.
lights,
I just
Spanish
thought
translator.
dealing, I don't know what that means. I don't know if I may say yes is something like, I don't know.
Imagine you agreeing to something. I find that also hard to believe.
No, it's not crazy at all.
No?
No.
Okay.
You know what would be crazy? Does that BMW of yours have blinkers? Because standard they don't come with that. Do you have the option package?
I'm safe. Everything's very like this is.
He's just trying to explain something to you.
Yeah, but I don't know if like I don't know if you're gonna be like in trouble or something for saying something wrong that I don't understand the
Okay,
language.
if you
know?
say nothing at all, you won't get in trouble. If you let him talk, let him explain it to you,
Okay.
then
That makes
afterwards
sense. That
you can
makes
talk.
sense. That makes sense.
We're getting a translator. Right?
All right. Thank you.
Keep her there, let me see.
Okay. What are they gonna do? Attack you? Keep you there? What does that mean?
It means stay there.
Keep you there. Seriously. What are they gonna do?
It means stay there, don't go in the car, don't go over there. That's what it means.
I'm a wild animal, something like that.
And you are complaining about the officers being unable to understand them? What the hell did you just say?
I'm a wild animal, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Those are noises, not wordy bits.
I don't know you. You don't know me. We're not friends. You didn't want to come out of the car.
I'm
Have to ask
afraid.
me.
Like the guys, like they telling me that I'm doing all.
He explained everything to you. He wasn't being rude. He wasn't
No,
being
he
disrespectful.
wasn't. He wasn't, but I didn't understand, so I don't want him to.
Well,
I
he's
don't want
trying
to agree to something.
Listen, he was trying to explain it to you, but you kept talking over him.
Nah, really? I'm just wondering which part of get out of the car is Spanish to you. Because, you know, then you would understand it.
But I don't understand what he's saying. Imagine
But
somebody
if-
telling you something you don't understand the language, and you're like, "Oh, I say yes," but then he did say something that I was driving erratically, and I was speaking erratically. Yeah, I'm foreign, and I'm like driving. I live around the corner. Like I don't know how he think I was driving. I drive here every day.
Okay.
So let me get this clear. In Argentina, when the police tell you to do something, you don't have to do the thing the police tell you to do. Don't pretend you don't understand. Your English is fine. Enough.
Where are you coming from?
Coming from dinner,
Where'd you have dinner?
1000 North.
1000 North? So So we're gonna have a translator come, and they're gonna come translate it. And to me, you speak English pretty well.
I do, but I don't understand what tail means. What did he say? What did he say?
He was going to explain it to you.
No, he said something that I was doing tailing something.
No, he didn't. He was going to explain to you your Taylor warnings.
Yeah, what is tailing warning? What do you think
He was going to explain it to you, but you kept talking.
What tailing means?
It's the name of the warnings. It's when you refuse to do the tests, the exercises, he has to explain something to you. And he was going to explain it to you, but you kept talking. So now the translator's going to come out here, and he's going to translate it to you.
What's your name, officer?
Officer Flink. It'll be on your ticket when you receive it.
Officer what?
Officer Flink.
Flink?
Yeah.
So what is the purpose of this? What do you want to know? If I'm drunk?
I want to make sure that you're not under the influence.
Safe? I'm like 2 minutes from my house.
Oh, that's interesting. And usually there's 2 drinks, there's 2 blocks away from their home, or 2 minutes. Well, what's with the number 2? My question is, if you are indeed drunk driving, what about all the other minutes before the 2 minutes to your home? Those just don't count anymore? Because that's the reason why you're pulled over. I just can't with this logic, because there is no logic. Stop doing it dumb.
Okay, well, there's a couple major intersections between here and your house, and a lot can happen.
What do you think I am? What do you think I'm like this?
It's not up to me to think.
Well...
Very poor choice of words.
Okay? It's up to me to make determinations based on factual evidence, okay?
And what is your evidence against me?
Well, that's the thing, is that I'm trying to discuss this with you with these exercises. Are you going to keep talking over me? You know what? That's the problem. That's where this translation is the issue, is that you don't listen, you just talk.
That's the best bzz bzz ever.
100%. That is the issue. You haven't listened since you got pulled over. You just talk over me, and that's why now I got to have a translator come out here so that you can try to understand it a little bit better, because you're not listening to me. So hopefully you'll listen to him.
And I wish you the very best of luck with that, officer. I swear, if I hear the word silencio... And what is with the idiotic stare down? What are you trying to do here? It looks stupid. Stop it.
So what can you give me in advance what is going to happen?
Are you going to listen, or are you going to talk?
I'm going to listen.
Okay. So I want to do roadside exercises with you to make sure that you're not under the influence. If you are not under the influence...
She's raising her hand. She's raising her hand! This passive aggressiveness. It just won't stand, flip-flop lady.
You go home.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead and ask the question.
So what is the exercise?
There's 3 exercises. One of them, I'm going to check out your eyes. The other one, you're going to walk the line. And the last one, you're going to balance on 1 foot.
And then we're gonna grab the big turtle king by the tail, spin him around, throw him into a bomb, and say, wahoo!
And if you can do those things...
Whoa.
Oh, it's not whoa-ho, it's wahoo!
What was the last one?
Oh, I could explain it to you again, but let me show you.
I couldn't understand. Bounce on my feet?
Balance. Again with the interruptions. Balance on 1 foot.
When I want to have a question, what are they?
Right, they're all going to be explained to you. Well, you didn't raise your hand on that last one. You kind of just interrupted me like you've been doing. Okay, so the first one, again, I'm going to check out your eyes. The next one, I'm going to ask you to walk a line, and I will give you instructions on how to do this. The last one, you will balance, stand on 1 foot, just like this. That's what you will do. That's what the exercise will consist of.
Right.
Hold on, don't do
one?
it. That's what the balanced one will. But I have to provide you with the instructions. So are you willing to do the exercises? If you're not willing to do them, I have to explain something else to you, again called the Taylor warnings. Failure to do these exercises, you're not going to dispel my concern that you're driving under the influence. Next, you'll force me to... Are you listening, or are you just looking around?
No, it's just...
You're not listening.
I'm very frustrated. I'm sorry.
I'm frustrated too.
I'm distracted. I'm very frustrated. This is...
Right, so am I, because you're not listening. I'm trying to explain some very serious stuff to you.
I'm frustrated because...
And while that is going on, armchair lawyers in the rest of the world are laughing their ass off. Oh dear.
You're frustrated with what?
because the situation, this is unusual. I never got this situation before.
Right.
Like three,
This is a new thing.
On me,
This is a new thing for a lot of people.
You should be empathy with this situation. This
Right.
is crazy.
This is a new thing for a lot of people, and they don't act like children like you're acting.
I'm not a children.
You're acting like a child. I'm telling you that right now, with a straight face, and I mean it 100%. You're acting like a child right now.
When you're gonna punish me for that?
Well, maybe you need to, pout your lips a little bit more when you say that. You weirdo! Why do these people keep reminding me that I have to remind them? I run a family fucking friendly show here. You calm the fuck down, flip-flop lady.
No, it's not up to me to punish anybody. That's not my job. That's not my place here. My job is to hold people accountable. So do you want to go ahead and try the exercises? We'll wait for the translator. We'll wait for the translator, just so that later on we can't say that you didn't understand a certain thing. It is unbelievable.
Do you mind if I walk into my phone?
I mind. As this officer said, you are detained right now. You're not free to go. You're not free to move about this area. Detained.
You stay right there, you don't move.
Arrested or something?
No.
Yeah, screw you, lady. You can't pretend you don't understand that. Detained is detenido, or I'm guessing in your case, detenida. So pretending there's some kind of confusion because of a language barrier, that is dick flutery. Look that up. You disingenuous twat waffle. I'd want to look that one up as well.
It's two different things between being arrested and detained. Let her know she was stopped for doing 69 in a 50. She was drifting in her lane and she passed a car in close proximity.
Nani? Kansai drifto?
¿Cómo está, señor? Yo solo que estoy aquí en el departamento de policía de Rupert. El oficial acá la paró porque estaba haciendo 69 millas por hora en una zona de 50 millas por hora, ¿verdad? Speeding. Y segundo, porque pasó un carro muy cerca.
Porque pasó un carro muy cerca.
Por esa razón fue que la paró.
So she's coming from 1000 North. She denies consuming any alcohol, narcotics, cannabis, anything like that. But I see that she's got the red glassy eyes, slur in her speech. Her driving pattern's also a concern of mine, and her behavior. Her mood swings are a concern of mine, so I want to do roadside sobriety exercises with her. She does, but she said she needed a translator.
Yeah.
You understand English? You entiendes English?
Yeah, you know what? I understand English, but when he says something about like a specific word, like type or doing something, I don't remember about the specific. I asked him, and he couldn't say it, so he said he needed a translator, which is fine. It's fine. So
How about this? You can listen to him, and any questions, I'll clarify for you.
Yeah, my English back is not perfect, but I understand.
So you heard all of my concerns to him about
and I saw you
and you're still interrupting me like we were before. Okay, are we done with that? Okay. So you heard all of my interaction with this officer. You understood it all.
Well, it seems your language barrier is no longer a problem. So, what exactly are you gonna pull out of your ass now, It's clearly a stalling tactic and wasting police time, just to be difficult. Which I'm sure she has a lot of practice at.
So I want to do roadside sobriety exercises with you to make sure that you're not under the influence. Do you understand all that?
I understand all that, and you know what? I refuse already.
You refuse?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me advise you of your Taylor warnings. No. I don't want to know why. I'm going to advise you of your Taylor warnings,
what
okay?
What is Taylor?
Well, if you stop talking and let me explain them, you'll understand, okay?
Okay.
And if you don't understand anything at all, let this officer know, because he knows Taylor warnings as well. If you don't do these exercises, you're not going to dispel my concern that you're driving under the influence. Do you understand what that means?
No.
If you don't do these exercises, I'm not just going to say, all right, she didn't do them, and I'm just going to walk away.
I understand.
Okay?
Yeah.
Next, you will force me to make an arrest based on the totality of the circumstances as I know them to this point. Do you know what that means?
No.
It means that if you don't do these exercises, you will be placed under arrest regarding everything that I know up to this point. Your driving pattern, everything I'm seeing, your attitude, and so on.
So what can you...
So va a hacer un ejercicio, si tú te rehusas a hacerte los ejercicios que le está pidiendo que tú hagas.
Es que me da desconfianza. Tipo, o sea...
¿Por qué te da desconfianza?
Me da desconfianza porque es malo. Está tratando de poner cosas que no son. Desde el beginning.
She's saying that she doesn't trust you because you're a bad cop and you're making things up from the beginning.
The beginning is like you're just...
Okay.
So you're questioning the integrity of the officer. Well, if the integrity of the officer was actually a problem here, he would have pulled you out of the car, thrown you on the floor, arrested you on the spot, and, you know, made up a story. Instead, he accommodated you so much, there's actually a bloody translator on the scene right now, with you actually understanding English. So that was a waste of time. You know whose integrity is on trial here? Yours. In case it wasn't obvious.
But my integrity is not in question
so
here. Your
sorry,
sobriety is
it's not
in question. I'm not sorry for that.
Yeah, but I'm sorry that you just know about my sobriety. Like, you just don't like me, and I think, like, I don't know.
I just don't like impaired drivers.
Exactly, officer. And as a matter of fact, the officers here are showing you respect. You're just trying to wiggle and weasel your way out of this. Of course, the Dance of Sobriety is a combination with everything else. You driving, swerving on the road. Swerving? Drifting on the road. I just call it wobbly driving. Alongside your bloodshot eyes and your behavior and slur speech. That was too ironic. Damn it. I mean, I wouldn't give you the respect these officers would give you. I would actually set up my booth to have people slap you upside the head for a small contribution, from which all the proceeds would go to the people who lost loved ones from drunk drivers, doing their particular brand of dumb on the road. To be honest, that's the kind of really needs to be a thing. Step right up to Ragical slapping booth and have at it.
I don't care about you as an individual.
I wasn't
No, you weren't 65, you were 69.
No, I wasn't 60 at all.
Well, that's a matter for the courts. Okay, do you understand everything that this officer explained to you? About if you don't do these exercises, you're gonna force me to make an arrest.
He was about in the process.
Sorry.
No hace los ejercicios que él te está pidiendo que haga en este momento. Él va a tener que tomar una decisión basada en todo lo que ha observado de ti hasta este momento.
No entiendo.
Okay.
Porque obvio sí que no le caí bien al principio.
Okay, and it will be used against you in a court of law.
Y eso será usado en contra tuya en una corte de ley.
Yo lo entiendo, pero
Yeah.
So you understand all that?
Yes.
Are you willing to do roadside exercises?
Not with you.
All right. Place you under arrest.
Okay.
Oh no, what happened? You got yourself a translator explaining to you that you're gonna get arrested if you don't do the Dance of Sobriety, yet still chose to get arrested. That's weird. Now say it with me, everyone, in the chat, in the comments, and around the world. Ya weirdo!
You didn't say they're gonna arrest me.
Alright, let me rephrase that. Ya weirdo! Which part of you're gonna be placed under arrest if you refuse? I'm not even gonna end that sentence because that is not even worthy of a reply. You stupid dick flute.
Yeah, yes, I certainly did.
Oh, really?
That was the whole thing that we explained about. It will force me to make an arrest.
Yeah. Sí, ahí va a ser una decisión, va a tomar una decisión basada en lo que hace hasta este punto. Eso fue lo que te expliqué.
¿Y ahora
Eso fue lo que te
qué
explico. Influencia de alcohol. Ok.
¿Y qué pasa con mi auto? ¿Lo puedo cerrar y todo?
Se lo va a llevar la grúa y lo va a cerrar.
¿Lo puedo cerrar yo ahora?
No,
¿Con
tú
mi
no.
celular?
Ellos lo van a cerrar.
¿Pero cómo lo van a cerrar? ¿Puedo llevar mi celular, mis cosas?
Hey, she's asking for her cell phone, wallet, whatever.
Yeah, we'll get that. Come over here.
Vamos por acá, señora, por favor.
You're normal, right?
Yes. Can I ask some questions before
Cell
I
phone.
get my cell phone and everything?
Yeah, you can ask him over here. We gotta search you though before you get in the car. Come on.
No.
Yeah. All right. Okay, you have anything illegal on you?
No.
Anything that's gonna poke me or stick me? Anything that's gonna poke me or stick me? Great. You open your mouth for me? Open your mouth. Nice and wide. Lift your tongue up. You got gum in your mouth? You chewing gum in the back? Yep. You spit it out. Thank you. Open up again for me, nice and wide. Lift your tongue up one more time. Okay.
Imagine being an adult, doing some boozing while cruising, and then turn that into crying while refusing. It's amazing how adults being held accountable for their actions somehow can't seem to cope with the actions they are held accountable for. Now something isn't added up. And this is an ongoing event throughout the entire world. Don't worry, Americans, we also have these kinds of people. Adults not adulting. I mean, what happened the last 3 decades? They say de-evolving is not a thing. Well...
But can I ask a question? So I'm going to go to jail, so tonight, all night?
8 hours, and then you'll be released. Okay?
And just for the record, that's an impairing substance right there. That's an impairing substance right there. You understand that, right?
Excuse me.
That's an impairing substance right
Yes,
there.
yes.
The medical device and everything.
Turn around, face first. Is that the only one?
Can I get my not my cell phone? No,
Yeah, your cell phone's gonna go with you.
You won't be able to have it at the jail, but it's going to go down with you,
Yeah.
so you can call when you get out.
Yeah, but don't you see, officer? She needs to check her notifications and all that phone junkie.
And we'll shut it off.
So my car, what happened with the car?
It's getting towed.
Where?
Cops towing. You'll have all that information once you get
Not my
released.
purse, right?
We'll see. Go ahead, have a seat.
Phone you on, or do you have more than one?
No, one.
One? I'm going to shut it off so your battery.
No, can I talk? No.
No, you get a phone call when you get down there. Maybe.
3 little letters, DUI, obstructing an officer and possession of marijuana. The naughty plan. Why do people smoke in their car? Why do people do drugs in their car? Why do people drink in their car? Why do people? I think that's the entire point. Why do people? And on that eureka moment, remember to tickle the bell and all things around it. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Subscribe. Hey, the button still lights up, I think.